If All Might was Izuku's dad, Part 3. Now, where I left off, Izuku just defeated most of the teams in the cavalry battle. He ends up easily taking all their points as he's announced the winner of it, and he gets a free pass onto the 1v1 battles. After this, everybody else redoes the cavalry battle since Izuku got all the points and it was clear that he'd easily win, and so they just gave him the win. After this, they started the 1v1 battles, starting with Izuku versus Shinso. Ojiro told Izuku not to respond to Shinso because he has some type of brainwashing quirk. As Izuku got ready to fight Shinso, he got up onto the podium, or not the podium, on the stadium, arena, whatever you want to call it. He got there as Shinso started saying how great his life must have been having such a powerful quirk. Izuku gets mad at this and starts yelling at him, saying, "I was lost in the forest for 7 years, And this causes Shinso to be shocked, but also brainwashes Izuku. Shinso tells Izuku to walk out the arena as Izuku turns around and was about to take one step forward, but instantly stops as Izuku starts shaking. As Shinso's just wondering what's going on with him, as Izuku looks back at Shinso and just yells at him, "It's gonna take a lot more than that to brainwash me, you idiot." As Izuku runs at Shinso and hits the dull end of the sword against the side of Shinso's head, making him fly into the wall of the arena, effectively knocking him out. Izuku takes Shinso back to Recovery Girl as it's announced that Izuku will be fighting Todoroki in the next match. Izuku gets ready for this as he starts cracking his knuckles as Todoroki tells him that he's going to win with only half of his power. Izuku, seeing as Todoroki was still a threat even though he only used his ice, got both of his swords out as he was ready to fight Todoroki. Midnight yells go along with Prison Mike as both Izuku and Todoroki launch towards each other, with Todoroki trying to send a massive iceberg at Izuku, only for it to get sliced in half with the power of Izuku's blade. After this, Izuku continues slicing through the ice as he sees Todoroki getting frostbite. Izuku yells at Todoroki that he's going to die at this rate if he keeps this up, but Todoroki continues. Izuku just quickly finishes the match, doing the same thing he did with Shinso, slamming him into the wall with his sword, knocking him out, as Izuku is again announced the winner. After this, Izuku is supposed to face Bakugo. Bakugo yells at Izuku that he's going to show Izuku his place and that he is going to be the number one hero. Now after this, Bakugo rushes at Izuku, sending huge explosions at him, and then an AP shot, which is armor piercing, which that's the name, as Izuku dodges all of these and even cuts the AP shot in half, surprising everyone in the crowd just at the sheer power of Izuku and his blades. After this, Bakugo continues the onslaught of explosions as he starts to get tired as a huge smoke cloud appears as Bakugo thinks he's won, as he yells, "Yes, I finally beat you!" As Izuku appears behind him and says, "Not quite," as he just chops Bakugo's neck, knocking him out, making Izuku place first. After this, everyone goes up to the podium when all of a sudden a portal appears. Let's let's go back maybe a week before the um let's go back a week before the Even Sports Festival started with All for One. He gave this blood sample to the doctor as they were successfully able to clone this person and make him a villain. But there's only one downside. They're both as the clone is as strong as the other, but if the other can successfully land a hit on their stomach, the clone will immediately dissipate and just disappear. Now, they also tried to raise an army of Nomus for this, as they're trying it. Now, we're back at the sports festival. This is where this figure appears. It reveals a cloak to see a darker version of Izuku. Now everyone's shocked and Izuku yells, "Hey, you're me, but why are you siding with those villains?" Izuku just looks down and says, apparently you're me as well. I wonder, it should be easy to kill you if we have the same amount of power, but it should also be hard. This will be truly difficult. As Izuku starts rushing towards the Izuku clone, or evil Izuku, as Izuku goes in for a slice with one of his swords, but it's easily blocked with another sword as they both jump back and prepare to fight. All the other heroes are fighting the Nomus with All Might and Inko also jumping in and fighting the Nomus as well. After this, Izuku continually tries to fight the Izuku clone, but the Izuku clone somehow gets an advantage even though they are the exact same person. As the Izuku clone knocks Izuku back, as Izuku sees the evil Izuku about to kill Inko. As Izuku says, I lost my mom for 7 years. I'm not about to lose her again. As a huge amount of power bursts out of Izuku as a werewolf is there with lightning running across Izuku. Izuku just unlocked a part of his quirk where a werewolf transformation is. He also unlocked a part of his quirk. He also unlocked One for All. That is the lightning, as he has full cow and control up around 75% with this new werewolf form, as the One for All is almost triple the amount of power All Might has. So that'd be All Might going plus Ultra could not beat Izuku in this form. Izuku rushes in on evil Izuku as Izuku just starts beating down on him as he gets out his sword and puts it up to Izuku, the evil Izuku's neck. It says, "Any last words?" The evil Izuku says nothing as Izuku chops his head off, only to see that it regrows. He's wondering how this is, as the evil Izuku starts laughing and says, "There's only one way to kill me, and I'll leave that up to you to decide." Izuku's shocked by this, but ends up stomping on his stomach to see the evil Izuku's face falter, and it's like, "What? How could you have found it out that easily?" Izuku just smirks and says, "I think I found your weak spot," as he plunges his sword into the stomach of evil Izuku, as he sees the evil Izuku turn into dust, blowing away in the wind. The crowd cheers as Izuku was able to defeat this supposed new threat, as Izuku raises his hand in victory before passing out, going back to his normal human form, while All Might and Inko took him to Recovery Girl. Now, after this, Aizawa tells everybody that they are going to have to do internships, while Izuku can have the option of becoming a pro for a couple of days. Izuku accepts this offer as he goes back to his hut with his wolf, thinking, what could I possibly do while being a pro hero. And that's where I'm going to leave it off, guys. I'm really sorry that I can't do a 17-minute video because I'm going to try to do a different style of editing, which is going to be quite hard because I'm going to try and make like other types of, instead of using other people's images, I'm going to make my own, or just use like base things in a background and just try and make that. See ya, guys. Bye.